The race is off to a thrilling start with Duff Dat and Shipperman taking the early lead. Jazak 72 is hanging tight in third, while Amundsen isn't far behind, ready to make a move. These AI races are really getting into it early on. Amundsen from Team NAF Kings has successfully moved into P2, executing a clean overtake on Jazak 72. Meanwhile, there's intense action for P9 as El Piosd in the Mercury Cougar and Emerf Society are battling closely with Feds in the Ford Mustang Boss. Obado has also made progress, advancing to P12 after overtaking the man. The dynamic race continues with shifting positions and tight competition. Hopiaces in the Mercury Cougar has just made a successful overtake on Sir Ironbot, moving into P11. Obado in the Ford Falcon is closely trailing them, looking for an opportunity to reclaim his position as they enter a tight corner. Meanwhile, in the battle for 17, Suzanne Greenberg and Dingenek, both driving the Pontiac Firebird 70, are side by side with Okiyoki 3 in the Chevrolet Camaro 70. The tension is palpable as they jockey for position, with Okayogi 3 trying to squeeze through on the inside. In P22, the battle intensifies as Twix 560 in the AMC Javelin 69 pulls ahead of 1999 Settembro, while Tenkaman in 704 and Nominal Nuke Knight in their Ford Falcon are trying to catch up. The four cars are tightly packed as they navigate through the straightaway, creating an exciting dynamic in the lower pack. Twix 560 and 1990-99. Settembro have successfully moved up to P21, overtaking Tenkaman in 704 and Nominal Nuke Knight. The battle for P21 is heating up as both pairs are closely contesting their positions. Twix 560 and 1990-99 Settembro, piloting the AMC Javelin 69, are currently holding off the challenge from Tenkaman in 700 and Nominal Nuke Knight in their Ford Falcon. The dynamics between these two teams are tight as they jockey for position on the track. Poppy Aces and Sir Ironbot are making significant progress, reducing the gap to Hot Wheels Skidone by 2.1 seconds. Poppy Aces is in a strong position, closely tailing Sir Ironbot, who is applying pressure on Hot Wheels Skidone. Meanwhile, Hot Wheels Skidone is maintaining speed, but will need to defend against the advancing duo. The race dynamics are shifting as we approach the next corner. Jazak 72 has successfully moved into P2 after overtaking both Higad 3 and Nukembokum. Meanwhile, Hilgrud 3 and Nukembokum have now taken P3 by overtaking Nirasol. Nirasol has gained a position as well, moving up to Fawa by overtaking Amundsen. The race is intensifying with these dynamic shifts in positions. Hot Wheels Skidone is currently holding steady in P28 with the Pontiac Firebird 70 as they navigate through the turns. Poppy Aces and Sir Ironbot are closely behind in their Mercury Cougar, applying pressure in this tight battle. Poppy Aces makes a move on the inside, attempting an overtake on Hot Wheels Skidone. The two cars are wheel to wheel, heading into the next corner. Sir Ironbot is not far behind, looking for an opportunity to capitalize on any mistake from either of them. As they exit the corner, Hot Wheels Skidone defends well and maintains their position in P28, while Poppy Aces and Sir Ironbot remain in pursuit. The race dynamics are tense as they head towards the straightaway. This battle promises to keep viewers engaged as each driver pushes their limits. Tanker has successfully moved up to Believin after overtaking Barbado. Meanwhile, Isyanatas and 1200, Turn 12, and Amy have both gained positions. Now, sitting at 16, after executing overtakes on Suzanne Greenberg and Tinganik respectively. The race is getting competitive as these positions shift. Poppy Aces and Sir Ironbot are gaining momentum, reducing their gap to Hot Wheels Skidone significantly. They are currently about 456.8 seconds behind the leader. Both cars are maintaining a consistent pace, with Poppy Aces showing slightly better acceleration, while Sir Ironbot is optimizing its handling through the corners. The dynamic between these three cars is intensifying as they approach the next turn. ISI 1212, and Amy has successfully moved up to 16, after overtaking Suzanne Greenberg and Dingenig. They are currently driving an AMC Javelin 69, while Suzanne and Dingenig are in a Pontiac Firebird 70. A tight battle is unfolding for 16, as ISI 1212 and Amy fend off challenges from their competitors. In another development, 10 Kamanin 704 and nominal Knoop Knight have advanced to P21, overtaking Twix 560 and 1990, September. The race continues to intensify as positions shift throughout the field. Rosalie Adha in the Pontiac Firebird 70 is currently holding the 15th position, closely followed by ISI 1212 and Amy in the AMC Javelin 69. The gap between them is minimal as they navigate through the corners. Rosalie Adha takes a defensive line, making it challenging for ISI 1212 and Amy to overtake. As they approach the straightaway, ISI 1212 attempts to make a move on the inside, trying to capitalize on any slip from Rosaldi. However, Rosaldi maintains control and fends off the challenge, keeping his position intact for now. Both cars are showing impressive acceleration as they head towards the next turn. ISI 1212 and Amy are still in pursuit, looking for an opening to gain that 15th position. The race dynamics here are becoming increasingly tense as they continue to battle for every inch on the track. Rosalie Adha in the Pontiac Firebird 70 is currently locked in a tight battle with ISI 1212 and Amy, who is piloting the AMC Javelin 69, for 15. The two cars are neck and neck as they navigate the corners, with both drivers pushing their limit. In the meantime, Poppy Aces and Sir Ironbot are gaining ground on Hot Wheels Skidone, reducing the gap by 2.4 seconds. The pressure is building as they approach the halfway point of the race, and it's clear that a significant overtake could be imminent. Bobado has successfully moved up to P11 after overtaking Patent Tanker in a decisive maneuver. The move happened on the inside at turn 5, showcasing Bobado's strategic braking and acceleration. Patent Tanker now sits in P12s. The gap between them is approximately 2 car lengths as they head into the back straight. Poppy Aces and Sir Ironbot have reduced the gap to Hot Wheels Skidone by 2.1 seconds, indicating a strong push from the duo. They are now within striking distance as they navigate through the next turn. Hot Wheels Skidone needs to maintain pace to fend off the pressure. The race dynamics are intensifying with this development. Jasak 72 has successfully overtaken Amundsen, now holding the second position in the race. Meanwhile, Koki Beninity and Maya have both advanced to 25th place after overtaking Gary, No Name from also No Name Racing. The competition is intensifying as positions continue to shift. Poppy Aces and Sir Ironbot are making significant progress, narrowing the gap to Hot Wheels Skidoo by 2 seconds. Poppy Aces is now in striking distance, while Sir Ironbot is maintaining a close formation just behind. The dynamics between these three cars are intensifying as they approach the next turn. Poppy Aces and Sir Ironbot are working in tandem, significantly reducing the distance to Hot Wheels Skidoo from the Wangan Midnight Runners. They successfully closed the gap by 2.2 seconds, indicating a strategic approach as they aim for an overtaking maneuver in the upcoming corners. The dynamics among these three cars are becoming increasingly intense as they navigate the track. All eyes are on whether they can maintain this pace and execute a clean pass. Teds has made significant progress, overtaking 6 cars and securing the 3rd position. Gorbardo follows closely, having overtaken 8 cars to claim 4th place. The man is also on the move, passing 7 cars and now sitting in 6th position. The race dynamics are shifting rapidly as these drivers gain momentum. Wununzirius Gaia has surged forward, overtaking 7 cars to secure the 17th position. Hot Wheels Skidoo is also on the move, managing to pass 9 cars and now in 18th place. Meanwhile, El Payo SD and Amarif Society are closing in on El Rafael, reducing the gap by 23.3 seconds. The race dynamics are shifting as these drivers make their moves. Hot Wheels Skidoo and Patent Anchor are engaged in a close battle for position 18, both driving classic Pontiac Firebirds. Hot Wheels Skidoo is in the 70 model, while Patent Tanker is piloting the slightly older 68th version. The two cars are trading paint as they navigate the track, with Hot Wheels Skidon attempting to pull ahead on the inside line. Patent Tanker responds by taking a defensive line, blocking any overtaking attempts. The gap between them is minimal, and it looks like this fight for 18th is intensifying as they approach a tight corner. Nearasol has made a significant move, overtaking 6 cars to secure the 8th position. Following closely, TransAm has also advanced rapidly, taking 9 positions to now sit in 9th place. Meanwhile, One Serious Guy is showing impressive pace as well, overtaking 5 cars and moving up to 12. The dynamic at the front continues to shift with these rapid advancements. Captain Potato has successfully moved up to P27, after executing a clean overtake on Gary, No Name. The maneuver was precise, showcasing the car's handling capabilities. Meanwhile, the pack in front seems to be tightening as the drivers jockey for position. The top 10 remain closely packed, and we can expect more action as the race progresses. Suzanne Greenberg and Dingdonick have successfully moved into power after a clean overtake on Rizaldi Adha. Rizaldi is now in a tight fight with the man for 5, with both cars closely matched in speed. The dynamics are heating up as they jockey for position. One Serious Guy has dropped significantly, falling back 7 positions to P24. Similarly, Hot Wheels Skidon also faced challenges and is now in P26, a drop of 7 spots. On the other hand, El PIOSD and RF Society have made progress, moving up to P13, after successfully overtaking Rizaldi Ada. The race dynamics are shifting as drivers face various hurdles and opportunities. Rizaldi Adha in the Pontiac Firebird 70 is currently battling closely with Aerofail in the Mercury Cougar for position 14. They are both showing strong pace as they approach the final turn. Rizaldi tries to dive inside at the apex, but Aerofail holds his line on the outside, keeping the position for now. The gap remains tight as they exit the turn, with Rizaldi looking for another opportunity to overtake down the straight. The battle continues to heat up, with both drivers executing precise maneuvers to gain an advantage. As the race progresses, ISI 1212, and Amy have encountered some difficulties, resulting in a drop to P29, losing 6 positions. Meanwhile, Koki Benignity and Maya have made notable gains, advancing to P23, after successfully overtaking Captain Potato. In response, Captain Potato has regained some ground, moving up to P12 by overtaking Gary No Name. The dynamics are shifting quickly as positions fluctuate among the racers. The man in the Pontiac Firebird 70 is currently challenging Kamikaze 38 in the Ford Falcon for P2. They are closely matched, with neither driver yielding an inch. The man takes a tighter line into the corner, gaining a slight advantage on the exit. Kamikaze 38 responds by utilizing the slipstream down the straight, pulling alongside the Firebird. It's a tight race as they head into the next turn, with both cars fighting hard for that position. Hugged 3 and Nukambakan have successfully moved up to P2, executing a clean overtake on Amundsen. This shift in position could change the dynamics of the race as they now closely trail the leader. Amundsen is currently in P3, maintaining a strong pace but will need to respond quickly to reclaim that position. The gap between Pone and P2 is now narrowing. The man in the Pontiac Firebird 70 has just made a strong move on Kamikaze 38 in the Ford Falcon, pulling alongside as they head into the first turn. It's a tight race as both cars jockey for position. The man seems to have the edge as they exit the turn, but Kamikaze 38 is not giving up and is right on his tail. They are both pushing hard, with less than half a second separating them now. The man holds pate, but Kamikaze 38 is looking for a chance to reclaim that position. This battle for pate is heating up. Deepboy TV and Aaron Jagthidi have successfully moved up to P18 after overtaking 10 coming in 704 and nominal Newpnet. The maneuver appears to have been executed smoothly, showcasing some strategic driving from both races. The competition remains tight as they continue to push forward in the pack. Hugged 3 and Mont-Tremblant are making significant progress, reducing the distance to Duff Dad and Shipperman by 2.1 seconds. This brings them closer in the battle for position. As they approach the next corner, it will be interesting to see if they can maintain this momentum and attempt an overtake. The dynamics among these four cars are intensifying. As the race progresses, Hugged 3 and Mont-Tremblant have successfully reduced the gap to Duff Dad and Shipperman by 2.1 seconds. Their pace is increasing, showing strong potential for an overtake in the near future. Meanwhile, the frontrunners are maintaining their positions, but with Hugged 3 and Mont-Tremblant gaining ground, we could see some action shortly. The dynamics are shifting as they push harder into the corners. Deploy TV and Erangite D, in their AMC Javelin 69, are currently side by side, with TransAm 704 and nominal Knight in the Ford Falcon, battling for position 18. As they approach the final corner, Deploy TV makes a late dive to the inside, attempting an overtake on TransAm 704. They are nearly wheel to wheel now, with Erangite trying to push past as well. TransAm 704 holds tight on the outside line, but it looks like the Javelin has the momentum. They exit the corner, and Deploy TV takes the lead in this intense fight for position, pushing ahead while Erangite follows closely behind. TransAm 704 is not giving up though, and looks to reclaim that spot on the straight. Knight is also right there, looking for any opportunity to sneak through. The battle for P18 remains fierce as they head into the next turn, with all four cars closely packed. Kamikaze 38 has just executed a clean overtake, moving into P8. The maneuver was precise, taking advantage of a slight mistake from the car in front. The competition remains tight as they approach the next turn. Hobby Aces and Sirironbot are gaining on Wazirius Guy, slicing through the distance and reducing the gap to 2.1 seconds. Copy Aces is showing impressive pace while Sarironbot seems to be strategizing for an optimal overtaking opportunity. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack is maintaining their positions, with no major changes in the top 5. The dynamics are tightening as we approach the next corner. Amenzon has taken the lead, now in pole after successfully overtaking Duffdad and Shipperman. Countgaz 38, in the Ford Falcon and Patent Tanker in the Pontiac Firebird, 68 are locked in a tight battle for P9. Meanwhile, Koki Bananity and Maya have advanced to P22, overtaking Suzanne Greenberg and Dinganit Kistote. The race dynamics continue to shift as positions change rapidly. Rizaldi Ada has made a significant move, overtaking 5 cars to secure P.Well. Nira Sol from Team Quark Express is closing the gap on Ada, reducing the distance by 1640 seconds. Meanwhile, Tankerman and 704 and Nominal Knut Knight are also advancing quickly, each overtaking 4 cars to position themselves at 14. Feds has successfully overtaken Amundsen and is now in Flower, driving the Ford Mustang Boss. The battle between Feds and Amundsen in the AMC Javelin 69 continues as they jockey for position. In the lower ranks, Twix 560 and 1999 Setembro have moved up to P23 after overtaking Depoy TV and Aranjoit Hudite Vici. The race dynamics are intensifying. Feds is currently in P9 after losing 6 positions, struggling to maintain pace. Amingzons has made a significant move up to P4, successfully overtaking the man, who has now moved into P5 after passing Kamikaze 38. The battle for positions continues to intensify as the race progresses. In the recent moments of the race, Feds from Team, also No Name Racing, has made significant progress, reducing the gap to Alex Cosmonaut by 12.5 seconds. However, just after that, Alex Cosmonaut successfully overtook Feds, moving up to position 13. Feds is now back on the chase, trying to close the gap once again. Neotexum has successfully executed an overtake on Rizaldi Adha, moving into P9. Meanwhile, there is a close battle for 16 between El PIOSD and the MF Society in the Mercury Cougar, with Patent Tanker in the Pontiac Firebird 68 also vying for position. Okayoki 3 has made progress as well, advancing to P25 after overtaking with Sirius Guy. Neosol is now in 6th after successfully overtaking Neo-Texum from Team Naf Kings, who has dropped to 7. Neo-Texum made a solid move past Rizaldi Adha from Team Cork Express, placing him in 7. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adha has advanced to 8 after overtaking Tenkamin in 7 Horgathis, and Nominal Knight in quick succession. Alex Cosmonaut has dropped back to P23 after experiencing some difficulties. Bix 560 in 1999 September have successfully overtaken Deep Boy TV and Erangite TV, advancing to P19 Thotto. Meanwhile, Deep Boy TV and Erangite TV have managed to push up to P20 by overtaking Tenkamin 704 and Nominal Nukna. The race is shifting positions rapidly as drivers jockey for better placements. One serious guy is gaining ground on Tenkamin in 704, and Nominal Nuke Knight, reducing the gap by 5.8 seconds. Code 3 and Nukembokan have made a significant move, now in P2, after overtaking Amin-san from Team Nafgum Kings. Meanwhile, Alex Cosmonaut has advanced to P22, successfully overtaking Okayoki 3. El Pile SD and Erna F Society have successfully moved up to P11 after overtaking Patentanker. This marks a significant advancement as they maneuvered through the tight pack of competitors. The positioning is crucial as the race intensifies, with several drivers vying for better placements. Airfail has gained a position, now in 14 after overtaking Kamikaze 38. The two drivers are engaged in a close battle for that position, with Airfail in the Mercury Cougar and Kamikaze 38 in the Ford Falcon. The dynamic between these two cars is evident as they navigate the track, with Airfail currently holding the advantage. Neosol is now in 5 after successfully overtaking Neo-Texum. Neo-Texum has responded by moving up to 6, getting past Rizaldi Adha. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adha is now in 7 after overtaking the men. The positions are shifting quickly as the race continues to unfold. Rizaldi Adha is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Barbado by 10 seconds. Jazak 72 has successfully moved up to 10th position after overtaking another competitor. In a surprising turn, Barbado from Team Blast has overtaken Rizaldi Adha, now holding 14th place. The dynamics on the track are shifting rapidly as drivers jockey for position. The race kicks off with Duff in the lead, showcasing some impressive control through the first turn. Dad and Shipperman are neck and neck right behind, setting the pace early on. Overing fourth, Hood 3 is making a steady charge, while New Kimbokum and Amundsen are jostling for position, trying to find that extra speed. It's shaping up to be an exciting race. The man has successfully moved into Pen after making a clean overtake on Jasak 72. Meanwhile, Tenkamen in 704 and Nominal Nuke Knight have advanced to P21, executing overtakes on both Suzanne Greenberg and Dingenix. Poppyaces and Sir Ironbot have made significant progress, reducing the gap to Wazirius Guy from No Name Racing by 31.8 seconds. The two drivers are working in tandem, showcasing strong teamwork as they approach their target. The dynamic between them and their pursuit of Wazirius Guy will be crucial in the upcoming laps. Feds is now just 4.8 seconds behind New Texum from Team Nafgum Kings, indicating a significant increase in pace as he starts to apply pressure. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack is maintaining their positions, with no major changes in the top 5. Car number 3 has made a successful overtake on car number 7, moving up to 6th place. The dynamics are shifting as Feds continues to gain ground. U3 and Nikembokem have both successfully moved up to P2, executing a well-timed overtake on Amundsen Tista. The maneuver was clean, showcasing their strategic positioning. Amundsen now sits in P3 as the race progresses. Jasak 72 in the Plymouth Barracuda is currently ahead of the man from Team Quark Express in the Pontiac Firebird 70. They've been closely matched, with Jasak 72 maintaining a slight lead as they approach the hairpin turn. The man from Team Quark Express is attempting to close the gap, navigating the corners aggressively. They both accelerate down the straight, with Jasak 72 holding firm in pen as they cross the start-finish line. The tension builds as they head into the next turn. Will Quark Express make a move? Tenkamen in the 704 and Nominal Nuke Knight have successfully moved up to P20 after overtaking Alex Cosmonaut. This marks a significant advancement in their positions as the race continues to heat up. Kamikaze 38 in the Ford Falcon has just gained some ground on Airfail in the Mercury Cougar, closing the gap as they enter the first corner. They're side by side now, with Kamikaze 38 edging slightly ahead on the inside line. Airfail is not giving up easily, and is maintaining pressure on the outside, aiming to reclaim the position. As they exit the corner, Kamikaze 38 manages to hold P12. But Airfail is right on his tail, looking for a chance to overtake. Meanwhile, the rest of the field continues to spread out, with some drivers engaging in battles further up the grid. Airfail has indeed struggled, dropping back to 27th position after a series of setbacks. In contrast, Kamikaze 38 has made significant progress, moving up to 12th place after successfully overtaking Rizaldi Adha. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adha has also gained ground, now sitting in 13th after passing Bobado. The race is tightening up as positions shift rapidly. Hot Whiskey Dun is currently in foul, but Gary No Name from Team, also No Name Racing, is significantly closing the gap, now just 585.3 seconds behind. Meanwhile, Mirasol has made a strong move to 5, successfully overtaking Neo-Texam. The competition is tightening as the drivers push their limits. Feds is currently gaining on Neo-Texam, reducing the distance to just 2.5 seconds. The dynamic between these two cars is intensifying as Feds pushes harder in the corners. Meanwhile, in the mid-pack, Vortex is holding steady in third position, but is under pressure from Extron, who is looking for an opportunity to overtake. The top 4 positions are very competitive at this stage of the race. Bobado has advanced to P9 after successfully overtaking Neo-Texam. Neo-Texam has now taken Pen, moving ahead of Mirasol. Mirasol is in P11 after executing an overtake on Rizaldi Adha. The positions are shifting rapidly as the race progresses. Captain Potato is currently advancing rapidly, having just overtaken 4 cars to secure P19. Hot Wheels Gidon is also making progress, moving up 4 positions to take P20. However, Captain Potato has just made a decisive move, overtaking Hot Wheels Skidon, which places them back in P19. The race dynamics are intensifying as both drivers push their limits. Poppy Aces and Sir Ironbot are rapidly closing in on Gary No Name, reducing the gap by 38.9 seconds. Meanwhile, Cogrowth 3 and Nukambakem have made a significant move into P3 by overtaking El Piosti and MRF Society. El Piosti and MRF Society then managed to reclaim some ground, moving up to power after overtaking Eminsan. The race dynamics are shifting quickly as positions change frequently. Poppy Aces and Sir Ironbot have made significant progress, reducing the gap to Gary No Name by 2.1 seconds. Poppy Aces is currently positioned in 4th place, with Sir Ironbot hot on their heels in 5th. The tension is building as they approach the next turn, which could set up an opportunity for an overtake. Gary No Name remains in 3rd but will need to defend against the approaching challengers. Aminisan has successfully moved up to power after overtaking both El Piosti and RF Society. This significant maneuver showcases Aminisan's strategic driving skills as they navigate through the pack. The current standings now show Aminisan in power, while Piosti drops to 5 and MRF Society slips to 6. The race continues to be competitive as the drivers jockey for position. Mirasol is now in P9 after successfully overtaking Rizaldi Ada, who's dropped to pin. Rizaldi, however, managed to gain a position as he overtook Feds, placing Feds in P11. Feds then made a strong move to advance past both Tenkamin in 704 and Nominum Canuknite, securing his position at P11. Twix 560 and 1999 September are currently closing in on Hot Wheels Skidon, reducing the gap by 2.5 seconds. Deploy Eve and Aranjay TV have successfully moved up to position 21 after overtaking Koki Beninity and Maya Dut. Meanwhile, Koki Beninity Maya have made an advance to position 22, overtaking Okayoki 3. The race dynamics are shifting as positions continue to change. Poppy Aces and Sir Ironbot are making significant progress, reducing the gap to Captain Potato by 33.5 seconds. Sol has successfully moved up to P7 after overtaking Bobardo. Meanwhile, Alex Cosmonaut and Jess X72 are locked in a tight battle for 15, indicating an intense race dynamic as they jostle for position. Currently, Alex Cosmonaut has encountered issues and has dropped to P26 after losing 9 positions. Hot Wheels Skidon has made a solid move up to 17, successfully overtaking Twix 560 and 1999 Setembro in the process. Meanwhile, Twix 560 and 1999 Setembro have regained some ground, moving up to P18 by overtaking Deploy TV and Aaron Jade VVT. The positions are rapidly changing as the race unfolds. Poppy Aces and Sir Ironbot are actively gaining on Gary No Name, reducing the distance by 552.6 seconds. Alex Cosmonaut is also making progress, narrowing the gap to Poppy Aces and Sir Ironbot by 513.8 seconds. Meanwhile, Haga 3 and Nukambokem have successfully overtaken Amundsen and moved into P2, indicating a shift in the competitive dynamics of the race. Rizaldi Ada in the Pontiac Firebird 70 is currently engaged in a tight battle with Feds in the Ford Mustang Boss for position 8. Rizaldi is showing strong acceleration on the straights, but Feds is maintaining a defensive line through the corners. As they approach the hairpin turn, Rizaldi dives to the inside, attempting an overtake. Gates holds steady, leaving just enough room. They exit the turn side by side, with Rizaldi slightly ahead as they head down the next straight. The battle for pay continues to intensify. Alex Cosmonaut is making significant progress, reducing the gap to both Poppy Aces and Sir Ironbot by 6.2 seconds. Feds has successfully moved into Pate after overtaking Rizaldi Adha. The race dynamics are shifting, as Alex continues to gain ground on the leaders. Suzanne Greenberg in the Pontiac Firebird 70 is currently battling closely with Dinganik, who's also in a Pontiac Firebird 70. Bobarlu in the Ford Falcon is right on their tail as they jockey for position at P13. As they approach the first turn, Dinganik makes a move on the inside, trying to take the lead in this tight pack. Suzanne holds her line, and Bobardo looks for an opportunity to capitalize on any mistake. The three cars are neck and neck heading into the next section of the track. Each driver is pushing their limits, and it's a tight contest for that crucial position. Kamikaze 38 has made a strong move up to 11th position, successfully overtaking both LPOSD and Assetto. The battle for that 11th spot is heating up as Kamikaze 38 in the Ford Falcon faces off against the Mercury Cougars of LPOSD and MAF Society. Barbato has also gained ground, moving up to 13th place after overtaking both Suzanne Greenberg and Dingenik. The dynamics in the mid-pack are quite intense right now. Keggs has successfully moved into 7th after overtaking the man. Meanwhile, Patent Tanker is making significant progress, closing the gap to the man by 2.9 seconds. Kamikaze 38 has also gained traction, advancing to pen after overtaking both LISD and MAOS Society. JASAC 72 is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Suzanne Greenberg and Dingenik by 31.6 seconds. The battle for 8th place is heating up between the man in a 1970 Pontiac Firebird and Patent Tanker in a 1968 model. Both cars are closely matched as they navigate the track, with little distance separating them. Suzanne Greenberg in the Pontiac Firebird 70 is currently holding off Dingenik, who is also in a Firebird. Both are battling closely for position 20. JASAC 72 in the Plymouth Barracuda is right on their tail, looking for an opportunity to capitalize on any mistakes. As they head into the next corner, it looks like Dingenik is attempting an inside line on Suzanne Greenberg. A slight bump as they navigate the turn, but both maintain control. JASAC 72 is now gaining speed on the straightaway, potentially setting up for an overtake. This battle for P20 is heating up with all three cars vying for position. Hargate 3 and Nukembakem have successfully reduced the gap to Duffdad and Shipraman by 2 seconds, indicating a strong push as they chase down the leaders. Meanwhile, Neosol has made an impressive move, advancing to Pfaur after overtaking Neotexum. The race dynamics are shifting as positions continue to change. Barbato has successfully moved up to P11, overtaking Kamikaze 38. They are currently locked in a fierce battle for that position. with both cars closely navigating the track. As they approach the next turn, Bardo is holding a slight edge, but Kamikaze 38 is not backing down, and is looking for an opportunity to retake the position. The dynamics between these two are intensifying as they fight for every inch on the circuit. Tankerman in 7 Hall, a nominal Knupnight are accelerating with precision, reducing the gap to Kamikaze 38 by 2.1 seconds. It appears they are sensing their strategies for a potential overtake. Kamikaze 38 needs to maintain pace to fend off the impending challenge from the pair. Meanwhile, the rest of the field is holding positions, but all eyes are on this developing situation. Amin Sans has successfully moved into power, executing an overtake on Nira Sol. Theds is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Neotaxon by 3.1 seconds. Meanwhile, there's a tight battle for P11 between Bardo and Kamikaze 38, as they jockey for position. El Payo SD, an NRF society now occupies Even, after successfully overtaking Bardo from Team Blast. Bardo has responded by moving up to P8, having passed Kamikaze 38 from Team Wangan Midnight Runners. Meanwhile, Kamikaze 38 has climbed to P9, overtaking Nira Sol in the process. The positions are shifting rapidly as drivers capitalize on opportunities. Suzanne Greenberg and Dingdenik have made significant progress, each overtaking 4 cars to secure positions in the race. Suzanne has moved up to 16, while Dingdenik follows closely behind her, also at 16 after overtaking Jazak 72, who is now in 17. The battle for position is intensifying as these drivers push their way through the field. Okay, we have an update on the positions. Jazak 72 is making a significant advancement, reducing the gap to Okayoki 3 from Team Racing Potatoes by 19.1 seconds. Meanwhile, Gary No Name is also gaining ground, closing the distance to Jazak 72 by 40.9 seconds. In addition, Amundsen has successfully moved up to power after overtaking the man. The race dynamics are shifting as we see these changes in position. Hatton Tanker is steadily closing the gap to Feds, now trailing by 35.4 seconds. Meanwhile, Hot Wheels Skidone and Captain Potato are locked in a fierce battle for position 18, both driving Pontiac Firebirds with Hot Wheels Skidone in a 70 model and Captain Potato in a 68. The competition is heating up as they navigate the track. Duff, Dad and Shipperman have successfully moved into P2, after overtaking Amundsen, showcasing some impressive maneuvering. Meanwhile, Hot Wheels Skidonam and Captain Potato are locked in a close battle for P-Team, both piloting classic Pontiac Firebirds, with Hot Wheels Skidon in a 70 model and Captain Potato in a 68 model. The competition is heating up as they jostle for a position. Neosol is now in P8 after successfully overtaking Neo-Texam. Neo-Texam has responded by advancing to P9, overtaking both Tenkaminen 704 and Nominal Nuknight in the process. The race dynamics are shifting as positions change rapidly. Neosol and Neo-Texam are currently engaged in a tight battle for P. Neosol just made an aggressive move on the inside at turn 5, managing to gain a slight advantage. However, Neo-Texam is not letting up, staying right on Neosol's tail as they head into the long straight. It's a close contest with both cars maintaining a high pace, and it looks like Neo-Texam is preparing for an overtake, positioning himself toward the inside for the next corner. Bobado has just made a solid move to take 5, successfully overtaking Kamikaze 38. In response, Kamikaze 38 has pushed forward to claim 6 by passing Neo-Texam. Meanwhile, Neo-Texam is now in 7, after executing a double overtake on El Pios D and Alma F Society. The positions are shifting rapidly, as the drivers jostle for better placements on the track. Twix 560 and 1999 Settembro are making significant progress, closing the gap to Neosol by 568.2 seconds. Meanwhile, Rezaldi Adha has successfully moved up to 13th position after overtaking both Suzanne Greenberg and Dingani. The race continues to see strategic movements as drivers reposition themselves on the track. Hoppy Aces and Sirarimbot are making significant progress, reducing the gap to Neosol by 546 seconds. Meanwhile, Jasak 72 has ascended to P21 with a successful overtake on Gary No Name. In response, Gary No Name has moved up to P22 after overtaking Captain Potato. Race dynamics are shifting as positions continue to change. Bardo is indeed making significant progress, reducing the gap to pattern tanker to just 7.3 seconds. Tanker remaining 704, and nominal Nuke Knight are struggling, and have dropped 6 positions, now sitting in 13th place. Meanwhile, Feds has successfully overtaken pattern tanker, moving up to 7th position. Fix 560 and 1999 September are making significant progress, reducing the distance to 10 and 704, and nominal Nuke Knight by 37.6 seconds. They are clearly gaining momentum. Meanwhile, Alex Cosmonaut has successfully passed Neurosol and is now in P25. The dynamics are shifting as the race continues to unfold. Deploy TV and Aaron JXEV have successfully advanced to 16 after a clean overtake on Hot Wheels Skidden. Captain Potato has also gained ground, moving up to P22 by overtaking Gary No Name. The race continues with these shifts in positions as the drivers adjust their strategies. Poppy Aces and Sir Ironbot have significantly narrowed the distance to Gary No Name, reducing the gap by 34.5 seconds. Meanwhile, Rizaldi Adha has successfully moved into 11th place, executing an overtaking maneuver on Kamikaze 38. The race dynamics are shifting as we see tighter packs forming in the midfield. Neotaxum has made significant progress, reducing the gap to the leading car by 2 seconds. He is clearly finding more pace as he approaches the frontrunner. The dynamics of this race are shifting, and it will be interesting to see if he can maintain this momentum for a potential overtake. Meanwhile, the rest of the field is holding their positions with some minor jockeying for track space in the midfield. The battle for the lead is heating up. Poppy Aces and Sir Ironbot have made significant progress, reducing the gap to Gary No Name by 2 seconds. Poppy Aces is currently in 3rd position, while Sir Ironbot is closely tailing in 4th. The pace is picking up as they strategize their approach for a potential overtake. Gary No Name holds on to second place but will need to defend against the advancing duo. The dynamics are shifting as they enter the next corner. Rizaldiata in the Pontiac Firebird 70 is currently holding off Kamikaze 38, who is pushing hard in the Ford Falcon for that 11th position. As they approach the hairpin, Kamikaze 38 makes a bold move on the inside. They're side by side as they exit the corner. Rizaldi takes a tighter line, maintaining his position. Kamikaze 38 attempts to slipstream down the straight, gaining some speed. It's going to be close as they head into the next turn. Rizaldi remains ahead, but the gap is narrowing. This battle is intensifying as they navigate through the track, with no clear victor yet. Car Jessak 72 has successfully advanced to position 20, executing an overtaking maneuver on Okayuki 3. The move appears to have been well timed, allowing Jessak 72 to gain crucial ground in the race. Bobado has successfully moved up to Pate after overtaking Feds. The two cars are engaged in a close battle for that position. Bobado is driving a Ford Falcon, while Feds is behind the wheel of a Ford Mustang Boss. The competition remains intense as both drivers push their limits. Rizaldiata has successfully moved up to P11 after a clean overtake on Kamikaze 38. The maneuver was executed smoothly, showcasing impressive speed and control. Kamikaze 38 drops to P12 as the race continues. Tenka Main 704 and Nominal Nuke Knight have successfully advanced to P12, executing clean overtakes on Suzanne Greenberg and Dingenix. The battle for position continues as they push forward in the lineup. Twix 560 and 1999 September have successfully moved into P13, executing an overtake on Deep Boy TV, who are now in 14 after being passed. Meanwhile, Koki Beninity and Maya have advanced to P18, overtaking Jessak 72 in the process. Rizaldi Adha has dropped to 15 after being passed by Deep Boy TV and Aaron Jack Thidotto. The positions are shifting quickly as the race progresses. Neotexum has encountered issues, dropping back 6 positions to pen. Captain Potato from Team Racing Potatoes is rapidly closing in on Hot Wheels Ski Dome, reducing the gap by 35.9 seconds. Meanwhile, the man has successfully overtaken Bobado and moved up to 5. Tankerman in 704 and Nominal Canuck Knight have successfully moved up to P11 after overtaking Patent Tanker. The maneuver was clean, highlighting both drivers' strategic positioning. Twix 560 and 1999 September have experienced significant issues, dropping 6 positions to currently sit in P20. Meanwhile, Feds and the Ford Mustang Boss is engaged in a close battle for 7 with El Payo SD and Amira F Society, both driving Mercury Cougars. Jasak 72 has successfully moved up to 15 after overtaking both Suzanne Greenberg and Dingani. Okayoki 3 is currently in 3rd place, significantly reducing the gap to Koki Binary and Maya by 16.5 seconds. Captain Potato is also gaining ground on Okayoki Thread, with a gap reduction of 36.9 seconds. In the battle for 6th place, Bobado in a Ford Falcon is closely contesting against Alpine SD and Honor F Society, both driving Mercury Cougars. The competition is tight as they jockey for position. Patent Tanker has advanced to P11 after successfully overtaking Feds. Rizaldi Ada is making significant progress, closing the gap to Feds by 4.6 seconds. Meanwhile, Suzanne Greenberg and Dingenix have both moved up to 15, having overtaken Jasak 72. Twix 560 and 1999 September have made significant strides, advancing to 16 after successfully overtaking Deep Void TV and RNJ TV. Batti Vogt. Following that, Deep Void TV and RNJ TV retaliated by gaining positions to move up to 17, overtaking Hot Wheels Skidon. Meanwhile, Hot Wheels Skidon has also progressed to P18 by getting past Jasak 72. The race is heating up with these constant position changes. Bobado from Team Blast has gained significant ground, moving up to 5 after successfully overtaking both LSD and RF Society. Following that, El Payo SD and RF Society have now positioned themselves at 6 after overtaking Kamikaze 38. Indeed, Kamikaze 38 is currently in 7, having executed an overtake on Neo-Texam, who is now in P8. The dynamics are shifting quickly among the mid-pack contenders. Neo-Texam continues to defend his position in the AMC Javelin 69 against Tenkamin in 704 and nominal Canuck Knight in the Ford Falcon. As they approach the tight corner, Tenkamin in 74 makes a bold move on the inside, but Neo-Texam holds firm, maintaining P8 with precise steering. Phenomenal Canuck Knight looks for an opportunity to slip past as well, staying close behind. They exit the corner, and Tenkaman in 704 attempts another overtaking maneuver on the straight, but Neo-Texam accelerates sharply, keeping the lead. The three cars are neck and neck as they approach the next turn, showcasing impressive racing dynamics and strategy. Patent Tanker is now in pen after successfully overtaking Feds, who has slipped to P11. Meanwhile, Feds made a quick move to reclaim some ground by overtaking Rizali Adha, who currently holds P12. Rizali Adha executed an impressive maneuver to move up to P12 by overtaking both LISD and MRF Society. The positions are shifting rapidly as the race continues. Neo-Texam has advanced to P7 after successfully overtaking Tankamena in 704 and nominal Canuck Knight. The maneuver was clean, showcasing excellent acceleration out of the last turn. Currently, the top positions remain stable, but the battle for 6 is heating up with several cars closely vying for position. Jasak 72, in the Plymouth Barracuda, is currently holding the 19th position, closely followed by Koki Binity and Maya in their AMC Javelin 69. As they approach the hairpin turn, Koki Binity makes a daring move on the inside. They attempt to overtake Jasak 72, but are unable to complete the maneuver, resulting in a slight loss of momentum. Maya takes advantage of this momentary hesitation and moves to the outside, trying to create an opportunity for herself. The battle for 19th is intensifying as they exit the turn side by side. They head down the straightaway with minimal distance separating them. It's a tight contest. Alex Cosmonaut is making significant progress, reducing the gap to Poppy Aces and Siririmbot by 35.4 seconds. Mont-Tremblant has successfully moved into 5 after overtaking Bardo. Meanwhile, Deloitte V and Aranjite TV have both advanced to 16, getting past Jasak 72. The race continues to show dynamic shifts in positions. As we return to the race, TransAm 7-4 and nominal Nuke Knight have dropped back to 13th place after losing 6 positions. Meanwhile, Captain Potato from Racing Potatoes is gaining ground on Gary, No Name, reducing the gap to 6.9 seconds. Pobiaces is also closing in on Captain Potato, with a gap now at 6:30 seconds. The dynamics are shifting as these drivers jockey for position. Captain Potato from Team Racing Potatoes is indeed making significant progress, reducing the gap to Gary No Name by 4.1 seconds. Up. As they approach the first turn, Captain Potato is showing some aggressive driving, looking to set up for an overtake. Meanwhile, Gary No Name is holding his line, but it appears Captain Potato's momentum is building. The gap is now down to 3.5 seconds as they head into the straightaway. Overtake possibilities are increasing as they enter the next corner. Rizaldi Adha in the Pontiac Firebird 70 is currently in a tight battle for P9 against LSD and MF Society, who are driving the Mercury Cougar. They are closely matched as they navigate through the turns, with Rizaldi holding a slight advantage on the straights. El PIOSD makes a move on the inside at turn 5, but Rizaldi defends well, maintaining position. Mara F Society is right behind, looking for an opportunity to capitalize on any mistake. The gap is minimal as they head into the next corner, with all 3 cars very much in contention for that 9th spot. Alex Cosmonaut is now 35.2 seconds behind Gary No Name, showing impressive speed as he closes the gap. The distance between them is decreasing rapidly, indicating that Alex is likely to challenge Gary for position soon. Meanwhile, the rest of the field is maintaining their respective distances, with no significant changes in the top positions at this moment. Currently, LPIOSD and NRF Society have advanced to P9 after successfully overtaking Rizaldi Ada from Team Quark Express. This move demonstrates a strong strategic approach as they navigated the track efficiently. The gap between P8 and P9 is tightening, which could set up further action in the coming laps. Meanwhile, the lead cars remain closely packed, maintaining their positions as they head into the next corner. LPIOSD and NRF Society have made significant progress, reducing the gap to Feds by 2 seconds. Their pace appears to be increasing as they navigate the track. They are now just behind Feds, who are holding steady in their position. Overtaking opportunities may arise shortly if LPIOSD and NRF Society maintain this momentum. The dynamic between these three cars is heating up as the race continues. Bobardo and Kamikaze 38 are locked in a close battle for 11th position, with both cars exchanging places multiple times. Meanwhile, in the fight for 16, Deep Boy TV in the AMC Javelin 69 and Arrangite TV are continuing to pressure Jazz 72 in the Plymouth Barracuda. The dynamics between these three competitors are heating up as they navigate through the track.